TJR Trades posted 2 hours ago, live day trading, making $42,510. How to scalp on the 1 minute. In the video, um, you'll see that he says that he's questioning, like, am I just going to blindly trade this? Am I going to blindly trade this? And then it kind of gets away from him, comes back to him, and then he decides to take his trade. And I'm going to explain this trade to you using the systems that I have built, the ones that I've actually made day count videos about and stuff like that, where you're using like kind numbers, odds and evens, and then looking 2 bars back. So we're going to go over this and see if we couldn't have helped him understand how to take this trade with a really clear mind and know why he would have mathematically taken the trade today, and then why he could have potentially made more at different points. He could have known to take his trade at the bottom a little bit better. Confidence in that, it's not really hard. It's really easy. It's not rocket science. It's just a basic deal. Odds bouncing off odds, evens bouncing off evens. So if you'll hang in there with me, we're going to get through this video. We're going to explain how this happened, and we're going to go ahead and go through some other stuff after that, just to explain what happened for the rest of the day, just to fully showcase the little system with that perspective. So let's get into it.
NASDAQ ripping. Do we just blind buy this? Do we just blind buy this?
We can see here on this chart that it's January the 7th, 26, 9:30 a.m. We can get a good view of the candles here to show which ones he's in there. And then we can show that he's up here on the 1 minute time frame, just like he said he would be. And we'll be analyzing it from here. Now, I am not on the same time zone as him. I am 8:30, whereas he is 9:30. So let's get into that. As you can see, we're on the ES1 here. We're just going to take this high that he's got in the video. We're going to drag that across here so you guys know what that line is right there. You can clearly see we're in the day. The day is Wednesday. We've got our previous day high here. I've got the bold lines there. Those are daily sessions right there, just to let you know where we are. Okay, we're on the 15-minute time frame. He would have been in around this candlestick area here, trying to figure out what's going on in here. Well, if I know that 8:30 is a time that I'm going to be looking to trade, I'm going to go ahead and this is an asset I'm going to be looking at. I'm going to go ahead and set this trade up and set the chart up and kind of look around this and see if I like the way it's set up. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And because I know this level already in my head, and I already know what they are, and I know what days they come in at, I can mark this right here, and I know that this right here is going to be an important level here, not because it's 9 a.m. today, but it is because it's this one particular 9 a.m. today. On another day, it won't be the same one. So we'll take this count right here, and we're going to, let me just make this a little larger for you to see. We're going to take this, and as you can see, it's 8:35. We'll say I started at 8:34. If I didn't have to explain to you, I'd have been a little bit quicker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We mark 6. Take the chart and spread it down here at the bottom. Do you see down here at the bottom? There's a gap in between these two lines. This is what's going to take me a little bit longer, but I'm going to show you how to quick set up your chart. Now, bam, just stick with this flow, okay? Just keep marking this out. This is how you're going to do it. I already know what these are. I know what time to do it on a Wednesday. So I know which ones to mark, and I know what they'll be on a Monday, a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and a Friday. Just for little poops and giggles, we're going to throw some out there quickly because that's where we have the space to do it real quick. Now, we're going to quickly where he was 8:30 area, but I would have been a little bit more prepared than just trying to bust this out right now. 8:30, 9:30 area. So what we're going to do now is we're going to zoom in on this right here like this, and we're going to change up our line, and we're going to dot it, and then we're going to make this a black line there, and we're going to gap that bottom down there at the bottom. We're going to set that gap just like down here. Let me get this back on here. Why is it doing this? So we'll be down here at the bottom trying to set the gap down here. That's what we're going to focus on real quick. We're going to run these lines real fast. Knock these out. Bam. And as you can see, we're actually covering some time. If we know what we're looking at, we've got plenty of time to set this chart up if it's something that we think that we're going to trade and like. I'm going to show you how quickly we can run through an entire chart doing this and set up ourselves to know what levels could be what. So we're just going to keep doing this until we, as you can see, we're clearly on throughout the day here. Whoops, I messed that up a little bit. We'll reset that and then throw one in there. Just makes it easier for us to know that we're keeping up with where we are and what we're doing and we're not marking something wrong. All right, now that we got that done right there, and if you've seen some of my other videos about odds and evens and like kind numbers and stuff, all right, you see we got that chart laid out. Oh, let's throw some over here just to make sure, because we'll be looking back onto the levels. This is basically what we're doing. We're just doing it like this, and we are setting it up in sections of fives at very specific points. Oops. And we are going to be very persistent with our using the like kind numbers, strategies, and stuff like that. So as you can see, we're on a 15-minute time frame. We're going to go ahead and run this on down to the 1-minute time frame. And let's find where he was. Why, looky there, 8:30. Well, check that out. If you've watched my other videos and paid attention to the like kind numbers, this is a 2 and this is a 4.
I'm watching ES very carefully. I really want longs here. This is gonna if I end up taking this is like the earliest trade that I've ever taken. But I need a lot of confirmation. I need to wait. I need to wait.
Let's find where he was. Why, looky there, 8:30. Well, check that out. If you've watched my other videos and paid attention to the like kind numbers, this is a 2 and this is a 4. So
are you joking right now? Oh my, bro, are you actually joking, bruh? Are you genuinely joking? Now it's not worth going long. We have to hope and freaking pray that we get a retrace down. It's going to take out these highs. We got to hope and pray that we get a retrace. That's the trade for the day. That's the trade for the day. And it's done, bro. And it's done.
Bar 4 had bounced off of, whoops, let's get that done correctly. Bar 4, sorry, threw myself off. This is bar 2. All right, and now this is bar 4 over here. After doing it 4 times, I guess I could get it right? And so we can see that right there is why he could have known to take that trade right there very clearly and been confident. Well, if you have seen my other videos, you would understand how we could have come over here into this level and understood this is a 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we could come over here and we could understand that this is a 4. It's bouncing off of the 2. We could also come back here into this previous section and see that the 2 has made a high right here and 4 is coming over and hitting it. That is a like kind number within the bar and a like kind number within the previous bar. All within the 1-minute time frame, splitting it up into these little sections like that. Now let's go ahead and let's see what's going on. Let's go back here real quick just for fun, just for a little bit of fun. This is bar 3. We're coming over here and we're bouncing off that area in bar 3. Okay? All right, now if you have seen my video where I talk about basically 2 bars back, you're kind of ignoring a bar in the middle. So if we go from pink line to pink line and we say this is our current bar that he is in right now while he's trading this, and he's down here and he's like, oh my gosh, should I blindly trade this? And he's freaking out. He's under pressure because he doesn't want to get hit and come down here because he's going to lose $40,000. You know, he's going to be pretty tore up. So if we know we are in this bar right here, and we know with my explanation and of the 2 bars back, and that what that is that's just highlighting a mathematical function. That's the same thing I'm doing right here. It's a different part of a mathematical function of something else. It just plays into what you're seeing. You just don't know what it's a part of. So if we have this current bar and we ignore the previous current bar, we're now again pink section to pink section. We take this, we are in, call this 1 bar, and we're going to ignore one of these. So we're going 1, 2 bars back. So if you see right here, we bounced off of 2 bars back. And so that right there is another confirmation that we could have known that this right here was happening. And then boom. And so he ended up making money, and he ended up getting out in this candle right here. Okay, so it took off through here. He entered down in here on this point. We're going to zoom in down here where he entered. Okay, now we're going to take the, well, we're going to leave that 4 on there just because it's going to help us out whenever we back in and out for you guys to keep up with it. So now pay attention. Do not click off of this video. I'm going to help you guys understand a little something else. So these sections are 15 minutes apart. So we can say that we have a base bar of 3, right? So 1, 2, 3, and we're going to mark the 4th one. All right, and we're going to turn off our little thing down there so it doesn't look all crazy. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, mark 4. Okay, do not mess this up. 1, 2, 3, mark 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to mark 4. And now what you can see is in this section we have 5 sections now. We have sections that's 15-minute time block off into very specific 3-minute sections. And if we pay attention to our first section after, now let's back out just to keep us all up to date. On the larger function, the larger bar, we bounced off 2 bars back. In our current, in the middle bar, it happened to be that we bounced off of a 2 in the 4. Now in our current large bar, we bounced off of a, in the 4, we bounced off of the 2. Okay, so now that we're down here and we're in the 4, we know we're at level on the 1-minute time frame, and he's up in here trying to figure out if he thinks he's got a trade or not. Well, if you look at this particular current minute, and I know you can't really hardly see my crosshair here, but if we look at this current minute here and we go 2 bars back, we can see that that gave us the open of this particular 1-minute section in this math that I lay out, and it gave us this right here. So this is 1, 2, 3 minutes. I'm going to blow this up so you can see it a little better. When we came into this bar, this first bar over here where the crosshair is going up and down, my second bar, my third bar, 3 bounced off of 1. That's like kind numbers, right? And so while we're also doing that, we're inside of a 3. Those are singular minutes we were viewing. Now we're looking at the whole 3-minute bar itself. We're going to view 2 bars back. Boom, boom. And what do we have over here? We have the higher level, upper level inside of the first bar. So now over here we have, let's label that. Let's label it up here for now just so we can see it. This right here is a 1, and then this over here is a 3. So we can see how with odds and evens, the 1 set the level and the levels, and 1, 2, 3, the third bar in this bar, the third singular minute bar in the first 3 minutes, this bar opened up the second 3 minutes. So this is the open of 8:30. All the way over here is 8:45. So it's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. That's 5 parts. Okay, so we are bar 3 bouncing off of bar 1. I put that level right there. I'm sorry, let's make that green so it doesn't look, whoops. Let's make that green. And so it would be looking like you'd be setting yourself up for a long in this perspective. So we are, again, third candle over. And now we are over here, third candle over, bouncing off of the 1's third candle, closing above it, and it does not close below. And we are also getting a 2 bars back signal. Now this is 1, 2, 3. This is a 3 and a 1. This is a 3 bar and this is a 1 bar. You see what I'm saying?
Bro, hit the highs and call it a day. Hit the highs, call it a day. Hit them, and let's just call it a day. Hit them and call it a day. Hit them, call it a day. We're going to call it a day. And we're done. GG. Boom. Done for the day. Let's see how much money we made. Let's see how much money we made. We made $42,510. GG.
So now it blasts off and goes up through here. But let's go ahead and take in consideration, and we can take this stuff out for now, and we'll just kind of go with the flow really quickly here. Whoops, let's delete that. Now, if we come over here, let's see, what else do we have? Oh, let's clear this up. We're gonna go just do a flow right through these charts. We ignore, well, yeah, let's just get that off there real quick and let's just focus on this. So we have a bar here at the low. It comes over. Let's make that black like it should be. Let's make it larger. And then it should come across here. And let's see. We are doing the 2 bars back perspective again. This 2 bars, this right here, 2 bars back. Let's highlight that real quick and make that larger so the cell phones can see it better. So we bounced off this level, 2 bars back. We go up, we come down, and we bounce off of the level 2 bars back. Alright, that was hit in a 1, and then this was penetrated over here in a 3. Now that's going to highlight something I want to bring up to you guys' attention. What you're noticing is in the sequence where I was showing you with the 3 singular minutes, where it was 3 was bouncing off of 1. So you've got 2 odd numbers and you have an even number piercing it, right? So you've got a 1 and then the 2 goes and fakes out, and then the 3 comes and lands on the 1 and takes off. So this is a 1 over here in this first bar, and I don't know why I had those. Alright, let's do that. Come on now. Alright, so we're over here in bar 1. So this is an odd. It gets pierced by bar 2. That's an even. And then bar 3 pierces through the 1 back here in this sequence and closes above. And then we get our bounce off of that. It comes up. And over here, let's see what we have. I have no idea. We'll have to clean this up some to kind of keep it where you're not, freaking out and thinking there's so much stuff on the chart. You would be pulling different trades as you go. We are, let's see, 5, 4, 3. The closing level's up into the 3. The opening level of that 3. Hit over here in a 1. Oops, I should have used this here. And we can see how this is an odd bar, and this right here is also an odd bar as it comes through and does that little setup there. Let's see, we don't have to go too far back into that, but yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. If you see these levels over here, this is 3, we have the closing level of 4, we're breaking out of 4, the closing level of 4 over here in the bar 2. We also have, and the aspects of where this could be bar, if we're counting, if you've seen my videos where we've counted 1 through 5, and then you could say that we could keep going 1 through 5 and then 1 through 5, but then sometimes we switch from 1 through 5 and then we go 6 through 10. So if this is 10, this is 11, and then this is 12. Is the perspective of how I'm trying to get you to understand the number flow. So we have the low of what would be 10 right here in this bar. We're going to jump 2 bars, and then we're going to see how bar 12 is what that would be, and bar 12, jumped off bar 10. And then we kept going. So let's go move along up to the top. Well, here's the top. And we can see how, let's go over this real quick. We have the open of the 5, rejected at the 1 there. So that's a level, yeah. You could say that that's not really showing up and doing stuff if you'd like. This is the open of 4, and then this is the start of 2. So we can mark it how the closing level came across, and 2 fell underneath 4. The levels of 4 here. You can see how 2 come across, and right here, I'm sorry, the 4 came across and the 2 hit it. So we're up underneath that level. But how could we have identified this up here at the top? Well, let's just zoom in and try that stuff that we did earlier with the 1-minute bars, splitting them into 3-minute sections. So we start on the line and we go 1, 2, 3, mark 4. Let's mark 4 with the right tool. That sounds like it'd be fun. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 into the next bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll go ahead and mark that next one there. Okay, so this is the high of the day. It's pierced the level. It's came through it. It's done everything. It's run every little sequence up through there. So let's read this here. All right, let's see. We have a bar 3 up here. It's a 3-minute bar that we're highlighting, not the actual minute bars there. And we're going to come over, and so we're going to look at this bar 3 over here. And we're going to show how that bar 3 in the previous 15-minute bar was hit in this bar 3 in the next 15-minute bar. Okay? In the third bar, it was the 3-minute bar, the third 3-minute bar, it hit the high on the 3rd minute over here, and it closed the little levels down in here. So that's actually the closing level right there. I just marked the top level where it kind of gapped up and then came down. So anyway, the third one, the levels in the third one were hit by the levels in the third one over here. 3, 3, third, third. Right? As you can see, I'm not pulling anybody's chain here. I'm just running math sequences through all this stuff, and I'm showing you how it works. So if we come down in here and we know this is 3 and we know this bar is 5, and we know that this level here is what closed over into my 3. My 5 is now rejecting my 3. I can do this stuff all day long. This is nothing. I can do this on so many time frames, it's ridiculous. I can do this on anything, any asset, anywhere, any place, anytime. You know how it is. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. Let's go ahead and do it some more, just for fun. If anybody hanging in there that's interested in the video, they really want to learn this stuff, I'm sure you're still hanging on here, but I'm sure there's some of you that, some people have bailed out already. 1 and 5. Do you see that? Odd numbers. Bar 1, 3-minute bar, rejected in bar 5, 3-minute bar. All right. So we can do this all the way through. We can keep running this sequence. We can keep coming down and checking things and back testing things here and there, and we can see all kinds of stuff. We can come to, if let's clean this up a little bit. You'll be able to back test these, and where these start from, we do a whole little thing with some different types of maths with it, and we can combine them and we can get answers. So what we do is we can come into our current bar that we're in and look, well, we're in bar 1, and so we can skip a whole bar of these 15. If we're looking at these pink lines here, we're in a new pink section here. We're going to skip a pink section. We're going to get in the previous pink section's levels there. And we're going to come over here and we're going to say, well, there's a 3 right there. Right? There's a bar 3. And it's getting hit by a bar 1 over here. So that's odds. All right. And then we'll back that up just for fun, just because you just seen it hit it. And we'll come down in here and we'll see that this is a 1 and that this right here is a 3. And so it did it with that right there as well. And that's pretty cool, you might say. We could also climb up in these levels right yonder with them levels, the lines and stuff, and then mark this out and see what we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what happened with this breakdown over here. Let's map that out, and just to prove a point that it's going to do it again. It's going to work. It's going to keep doing it. It's all about the sequence. It's all about where you start it. It's all about how you do it. So let's take these 2 levels here and let's back these up just to show. Well, we already know they hit it. We can see it. So we're going to move them backwards here. Oops. Let's keep that where it's supposed to be. All right. We have bar 2. And then we have bar 4. The same way I said earlier that if you have 1, it's an odd number, 2 pierces through with an even number, and then the odd number 3 bounces off the odd number 1. Well, it does the same thing in the 4s. It can be a 2 with the first number, then 3 pierces through, and then 4 bounces off of 2. Do you understand that? It's still 3 parts. 1, 2 piercing the middle, 3 rejecting 1. 2 with 3 piercing the middle, 4 rejecting 2. So what we can do is we can come over here and we can see that this was the high of the 2. And it came over and it failed in the 4. This is the closing level of the 2 coming over there and rejected in the 4. Now if this is bar, we are in bar 3 and this is bar 1, bar 2, bar 3, then this was technically could be a bar 4. So we could draw this across and say that that was doing the same thing. 2 and 4 rejected. If we come back from here and count, that'd be odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, odd, even. And so that would still show that it worked and that functioned even if we just did it that way. Or we could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10. So if we're counting Fibonacci, 8 is the number and it is the high. So 8 puts in the high, 9 pushes through, 10 rejects 8. This is the same function. It's a math level rejecting a math level, and that is why these 3-bar patterns that you see everybody talking about and making all these videos about work. When they do like these little swing failure patterns, they don't really know what's running it, but it's because of odds and evens. This is what's running it, and I'm about to keep proving this stuff. Now I'm going to start going over a lot of people's videos and stuff. I'm going to go over their little lives. I'm going to keep showcasing this stuff, and every time they're, I'm not being anyway about it. I'm just showing, I'm just going to prove that this is how it keeps working. So bar 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, bar 4. The low of 4 over here was hit in the 4 over here. If we clean these up inside here, you can see this now a little bit better. Let's just make sure it's cleaned up for you. But that's it. You can see how it done it. That's how we would have known that that right there is the sequence inside of this 15-minute bar that ran it when we got over here to these 2 levels. Whenever they came over here, when 3 and so the 3 was here and the 5 hit the 3, odd numbers. This is also another one from back there showing how it was the every like 2 bars back at the same time, 2 bars back, running the 2s and 4, the like kind numbers, odds and evens. set up. So this is it. This is how it works. So we're gonna go through. We're gonna do a bunch of this stuff. So y'all just go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure you got your notifications on and stuff like that. And we're gonna teach you guys how to trade and identify stuff that the professionals use that everyday traders do not use. Again, this is where he did it. This is a 2. This is a 4. And that's what caused his trade. And he ran it up and he got out at this bar. And I can understand why he would have got out. He was making good money and he was nervous about it. But this is how you cannot be nervous. Again, like kind numbers, odds and evens, 2 bars back, each type of function. Okay? All right, so you guys study this. If you have any questions, you just feel free to ask me. I'm going to help you guys out. I'm going to help you understand. So, all right, that's all I got for now. Remember, hit that like and subscribe button. I'm counting on you. You guys are counting on me. I'm counting on you. I need y'all to help me out.